As the world becomes increasingly globalized, the ability to speak English has become more and more critical. In 2025, there are around 1.53 billion people who speak English either natively or as a second language, slightly more than the 1.18 billion Mandarin Chinese speakers. This number places English as the most spoken language. Whether you're learning it or if you already speak it, you might ask yourself the following question: is it enough with English? And guess what? That's exactly what we are discussing in this video. Why is English so important? English is a global language. Proficiency in English enables individuals to communicate with people from diverse backgrounds. 1 out of 5 people can speak or at least understand English. Studying English can help you get a job. English is the global language of businesses and is widely spoken in international corporations, making it a valuable skill for job seekers. Knowing English increases your chances of getting a job in a multinational company within your home country or of finding work abroad. Learning English can help you meet new people. English is nowadays a lingua franca. A lingua franca is a language that is adopted by speakers whose native languages are different. That means it is highly likely for you to meet new people. English gives you access to more entertainment and more access to the internet. Many films, TV shows, books, and music are published or produced in English. By understanding English, you won't need to rely on transcriptions and subtitles anymore. About 52% of the most visited websites are displayed in English. Therefore, learning it gives you access to over half the content of the internet, which might not be available otherwise. Traveling is a lot easier with a good knowledge of English. As a common second language, you can speak with people in English to learn more about your surroundings and other cultures. Knowing even a little bit of it certainly helps if you are stuck somewhere and need to find a local bus station, or if you want to negotiate bargain prices in a market. In an emergency, it could even save your or somebody else's life. English gives you access to multiple cultures. Good knowledge of English will allow you access more films, music, and literature from hundreds of countries around the globe. Not to mention the fact that numerous books from across the world are translated into English. Few experiences will make you grow more than learning the values, habits, and way of life in a culture that is very different from yours. And at this point, everything sounds great. But are there limitations or disadvantages of knowing just English? Unfortunately, the answer is yes. But why? Cultural dominance. Pushing English as the main way to speak may make people from other cultures feel less valued. Authenticity issues. Some people may find English doesn't fit their everyday life and the way they talk with friends and family. Cultural respect. Only teaching English may not show respect for other cultures and the way they use languages. Learning challenges. For people whose first language is very different from English, learning it can be hard and make it tougher to understand and speak. One of the primary challenges can be the complexity of English grammar, because unlike some other languages which follow more consistent and strict grammar rules, English is full of exceptions. In terms of vocabulary, confusing tenses and homophones. Another challenge is pronunciation, especially for those speakers whose native languages have more consistent phonetic rules. Well, English is not a phonetic language, meaning that the way words are written doesn't always match how they are pronounced. Maybe you've been waiting for me to share why it could be advantageous to speak someone's native language. Are you ready? Reason number one: enhanced communication efficiency. Using the native language allows for more natural and efficient communication, as the speakers can express themselves more freely and with no need for constant translation or simplification. Reason number two: improved accuracy and clarity. Native speakers are more likely to use appropriate grammar, vocabulary, and phrasing, and that can minimize misunderstanding and ensure that the message is conveyed accurately. Reason number three: cultural sensitivity and respect. Demonstrating the ability to communicate in someone's language shows respect for their culture and their heritage, creating a positive impression and strengthening relationships. Reason number four: enhanced social connections. Knowing someone's native language allows you to connect with them on a deeper level, fostering a stronger social relationships and building trust. Improved travel and exploration. Being able to communicate in the local language can enhance your travel experiences, allowing you to navigate more easily, interact with locals, and experience the culture authentically. Thanks to Tim Donner, who is a very well-known American polyglot, I've heard one of my favorite quotes about this topic, and it goes like this: if you talk to a man in a language he understands, that goes to his head. If you talk to him in his language, that goes to his heart. Linguistic diversity helps individuals understand different cultures, as each language reflects unique expressions, idioms, and traditions. Diverse teams composed of people from diverse linguistic backgrounds can bring a wider range of ideas and approaches to problem solving. Linguistic diversity can boost economic growth by enabling businesses to reach diverse markets of a wider customer base. It supports the preservation of cultural heritage and traditions, since languages are crucial for transmitting knowledge, history, and values across generations. Picture yourself exploring different cultures and traditions without physical travel. Conclusion: I understand there are people who don't need to explore more languages, since their English matches perfectly their lifestyle, their work, their family, their interests, and the content they consume on social media, for example. I also understand that learning languages is not for everybody, and that's okay. But I also know there are curious minds like mine which might not be satisfied with 2, 3, or 4 languages, because for people like us, there's always something captivating in being able to read another writing system, to pronounce unique sounds, to understand our new favorite music in its original language, to find unexpected words which can explain our ideas better than in our own language. And for sure, to meet new people and connect with them on a deeper level just because you speak the language of their hearts. Yes, that happens to me, and I am pretty sure that I am not the only one. Thanks for watching this video. Please subscribe and leave a comment. Please tell me what languages you are learning and why. And let me know if this video has changed your mind about linguistic diversity. Thanks again and see you in the next video. Bye.